please put your hands together and welcome to the Yamaha Piano Salon for our first performance in this 6th season, now expanded. Bassist Marc Johnson. And the always wonderful Eliane Elias.
Now I can say good evening. Yes, it's great to see you all.
And of course to see you as always.
Thank you.
Your brand new album is coming out soon, or is it out already?
It just came out.
Just came out.
A couple of weeks ago.
And it's such a special recording because, for one thing, it's the first time in 25 years that you've done a piano duet recording, yes?
That's right, that's right.
And the last time was with Herbie Hancock,
yes,
whom you also cite as an influence and a good friend.
Definitely.
But this time around, we are blessed to have not only performances you recorded with your friend Chucho Valdez, and you did that in Brooklyn.
Yes, in the studio in Brooklyn.
But we also are going to be incredibly fortunate to have 4 of the very last performances ever of Chick Corea, and they were recorded right here.
Right here.
In this room.
In this room. Yes.
The title track of the new album is Mirror, Mirror.
Mirror, Mirror.
Would you like to give us that right now?
Yes. Thank you very much.
Mirror, mirror. Wow, what an incredible performance, as always. This is really the first time that you've recorded a strictly instrumental album in a number of years, isn't it?
In a number of years, yes. For the ones that are familiar with the work that I've been releasing and performing, I've been singing as well as playing, but always also singing. And this is Mirror Mirror is such a special album, you know, in so many ways. And it's really on the piano tradition, and it's my great love, which is this instrument. Yeah.
Well, I was talking earlier about how people are influenced by Chick Corea's music, really starting at a young age. I think when you start, the earlier you start listening to him in your life, well, the better, but also the more that in music will have an impact on you, particularly if you're a musician.
Oh,
do you recall
sure.
how old you were when you started listening to
well,
Chick
I
Corea
was-
in Sao Paulo?
Yes, I was very fortunate to have so much music around me, and Chick, I was listening to his music in my teens, and I had, you know, this amazing pleasure of meeting him when I was 18 years old, and he played in São Paulo, in Brazil, and he heard me then. But he was a tremendous influence. You know, he played so many different things. You know, he would play classical piano. He did classical recordings. He would go into keyboard things with the electric band, and then his trio and things that his originals were great. And he always had. It's hard to say had, right? But he had, an eye on young musicians, and was always supportive of young and new talent coming up. And I felt that as a young musician also when I came to this country. You know.
And you played together before the video that we're about to see.
We got to see each other on the road. You know, we were on the road about half a year, 180 days a year, and we saw each other, and sometimes, not too often, we would have a chance to just sit down, like during a sound check, and play a few minutes of four hands, but not really. So we were waiting for this opportunity for a long time because schedules didn't coincide. And it was on this very, very special day in late 2018 that Chick helped, you know, to organize this recording that was done in this room. And it was something so incredibly special. I mean, we only texted each other, talked a little bit about what tunes maybe we would do, and he suggested a couple of tunes, and I suggested a couple of tunes, and our conversation stopped right there. Okay, and we met here. The two pianos were facing each other, and we walked in and started playing. We never rehearsed. And I've been asked quite a few times, you know, after this album got released, but you didn't rehearse, how did you guys, you know, have this affinity? And my answer has been that we dedicated our lives, you know, to the art of improvising. And because Chick was such an influence in my music and in my early years especially, you know, I've been tuned into his playing, and he also was very, like, connected. You know, it was very magical. It was very special. Yeah.
Well, I couldn't describe it any better than that. Let's go ahead and see it. And if I'm not mistaken, this is like the great debut of this video, correct?
Yes.
Yes, it is. You're very blessed to be here, folks. Eliane Elias and Chick Corea and Armando's Rhumba. The other influence that you cite, not only Bud Powell and I'm sure many others, but also is Bill Evans. And you've got the last great bassist to play with Bill Evans, and he did for 3 years, standing right in front of you here. He and Joe LaBarbera were the nucleus of the Bill Evans trio, and there never has been a sound like that again, and there probably never will be. But that's all right, because we have the recordings, and it's that moment in time that has always existed. The music you two make together, of course, is outstanding, and you've been doing it for how long?
Oh, well, how long have we been playing together? 30 years. Over 30 years, yes.
And you've been married that long as well.
Yeah.
But you cite Bill Evans as an influence. It surprises me, when Chick Corea would cite Bill as an influence, because they really weren't that far apart in age.
That's right. But, Bill Evans had this beautiful inventiveness, his way of approaching harmony and the touch, that he had the piano sound and something that I think influenced all of us, all pianists. And Chick, in fact, I have recorded tributes to Bill together with Marc. We have so many concerts like that as well. And Chick did the same thing. I mean, he did weeks and weeks of traveling, paying tribute to Bill Evans, who was really a great influence to so many pianists. Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah.
I know that you would like to close out your evening with us by playing one of the great Bill Evans songs that Chick Corea enjoyed playing so much as well.
He really liked this tune, and it's a tune that Bill wrote, and he thought that it was a type of tune that should be on a show, on a Broadway show. So he called the tune show type tune.
I don't think it ever made it, though, but it should have.
We're close enough to Broadway here. Right?
Indeed we are.
Geographically. There we go.
Eliane Elias, Marc Johnson, show type tune. I don't know if any Broadway show actually swings hard enough for that.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Marc Johnson on bass. And thank you for the opportunity of being here and sharing these moments with you. Thank you. Thank you, Brian.
Eliane Elias.